It's the next generation of wireless charging. So this is sort of an interesting idea, and I'm standing inside of a foldable home. Eureka Park at CES. Rob Grimes at CES. Rob Grimes at CES, but now we're in the Food Tech Pavilion here. So I'm standing with a startup called Versaware, and this is sort of a take on a couple things that we've seen, but sort of a different aspect of it. So they're going to be selling a device. They're not out there yet, but they're going to sell a device like this, probably on Amazon, and it allows you to go ahead and have recipes, but know what you're putting in. But the interesting thing about it is it's not only able to know what you put in this way and following the recipe, but actually, if you're actually going along and you're doing the instructions and you want to say it, you can go ahead and take those voice commands. I'm going ahead and I'm putting in chicken. But it's what's on the back end that's more important about it, because they're actually doing a database that is taking a look at the nutritional analysis on this and figuring out what you really should do. And they've figured out that there's a target market out there of people that are religiously looking to count calories or do all kinds of different things that they want to do keto, they want to do whatever it is that they're going to do, but they need to have a plan that goes along with that, and they need to be held accountable to that plan and know what they're doing when they're actually cooking. And so they're taking a look at that market, collecting that data, and you could do your own recipes if you wanted to, but the idea is as you go along, it is figuring out whether you're going to go ahead and meet those goals or not in it. So their idea started from being athletes in college, and they sort of saw the meal plans and things that were being done. Okay, so that's the idea, behind it. And they said a lot of people have a hard time following a plan. So the idea is to make it easy to do it. Now you can see that there's a screen here. They actually have a cutting board too. What they're talking about is an ecosystem where they want to go ahead and they want to pull the different pieces together. So the idea is that if you have some sort of kitchen, you have different pieces, you have the cutting area, you have the different types of cooking, you can have different parts, each tracking it, but you're actually able to cook using those devices. So it's not like you have to go from one to the other, you're simulating what you would do in your kitchen. So let's just sort of think about where this might actually go. So in the restaurant industry, the hotel industry, we have a lot of health conscious people, we have a lot of spas. The spa industry would probably be very interested in this. We also have people that are going on healthy vacations, and they go, for certain types of things that they want to do and certain things that they want to achieve. So probably the commercial piece of this is not just actually what goes to the home consumer, but probably down the road, I could see this being used in colleges and universities. Anybody that is doing nutritional, I think the athletes and the sports programs certainly could be using this as well. It may not all be on the recipes that they do. I do see over time they're probably going to access some of the databases out there, but also I think we're going to have some other things that go along with this if we think about healthcare. So we probably will have some things that are looking at food safety in here, allergies, and knowing what might mix or what might not mix in it. There's probably a bunch of different other applications that will come about over time. So it's a startup, it's a concept. We've seen a couple of these types of things before. There's probably a whole slew of places that they may not have initially thought of that it might go, but you can sort of see how this might stream and go down the road. So we're going to go ahead and track this. We'll track this CES next year, see what comes out in the industry. But certainly a lot of health conscious people out there who really need the help and the assistance and the recipes and the guidance, and they're pulling it all together.